Hi, and welcome back to the Messy Bookshelf. Today I am kind of in a different position. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I recently switched around my shelves, so they're more like stacks now. I'll take a picture and insert it here so you can have a better look at it. But it means that two sides are fairly empty. So right now I have books all over the floor and I'm reorganizing them, and I am planning on filming some of this and talking about it, and I have some books to haul that I picked up while I was out home visiting my parents. But today I'm actually going to be doing my BookTubeathon TBR. BookTubeathon is an annual readathon that happens during the summer. It was created by Ariel Bissett. I will leave a link to her page and the BookTubeathon page down below, and I've been participating for the past few years, and it's one of the only book readathons I do, and I always say that I'm never going to do it and that I'm probably not going to read a whole lot, but I end up reading quite a lot during these readathons. So even though I have a lot of schoolwork happening currently, I am going to give this year a try as well. I have decided to lean towards more graphic novels than full-size books, so there's a lot of those in there, and I wanted to get as much of my monthly TBR incorporated into this. So there's a couple of those in there as well, but I'm just going to jump right on into it, and I'm going to explain the challenges as I go through the books. So the first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover. So I went with Spontaneous by Erin Starmer. This book is entirely yellow, so I'm pretty sure it covers this challenge. This is an advanced reader's copy that I received through work, and I have been so excited to read this, and when I saw one of the challenges was yellow on the cover, I knew that I had to choose this, and it also gets one of my TBR books down for the month. The next challenge is to read only after sunset, which graphic novels are perfect for this. So I decided to go with Saga Volume 6 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. This is the newest volume that came out back on July 5th. I've been so excited to read this. This series is fantastic. I love Saga. The first three were definitely the best, but I'm hoping that it comes back because I was flipping through it and the artwork is just phenomenal. I've missed it, so I'm very excited to get to this one. The next challenge is to read a book that you discovered through BookTube, and I have a lot of books that I could have chosen, but again I went with a graphic novel, and I went with Lumberjanes by Noelle Stevenson, Ellis, Waters, and Allen. This is Lumberjanes Volume 1, Beware the Kitten Holy. This tells the story of an all-girls summer camp, and it has some LGBT aspects in it, as I saw on Perpetual Pages, and listening to her review on this graphic novel series is definitely the breaking point to get me to buy it, because I've been wanting to read it, I just haven't had a reason to, and when she was talking about it, I knew I had to pick this up. The next challenge is to read a book by your favorite author. Now, if you've been here a while, you know my favorite author is Rainbow Rowell, and there's only one book that I actually haven't read by hers, and that is Attachments. This is the story of two women who are emailing each other back and forth on their work emails, and this security guy is supposed to be checking so this sort of thing doesn't happen, but he ends up reading their emails, and I think maybe he falls in love with one of them. So it's told in the form of instant messaging for a lot of it, and emails, and there's actually a character with my name in it by the looks of it. So that'll be interesting, but it's the only book that I haven't read by her, and I've been wanting to read this for a while, so this definitely gives me a reason to. And I've been wanting to read this even more because I'm actually planning on doing an entire video all about Rainbow Rowell, because why not? The next two challenges are actually being covered in one book. This is a book that is older than you and a book to movie adaptation. And I went with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. I read The Magician's Nephew probably a year or two ago, and I just haven't picked up the rest of these. I've never read The Chronicles of Narnia, but I love the movies, so I think it's about time that I finally continue on with the series, and I thought this was a great choice. Then the final challenge is to read 7 books, so if you've been counting, you'll know that those were only 5 books, so I went with I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. For all I can understand, as this tells the story of a little girl who ends up going to fairyland and she hates it. I heard awesome things. I recommended it to a lot of people because I've heard of it from BookTube booktube, so it goes for that challenge as well. Everyone else has read it and told me how amazing it is, and I still haven't read it, so I think it's about time I got to it. For the final book, I decided to go with Malice by Eileen Cook. This was also in my July TBR, so I figured this was the perfect chance to at least get this one started in case I don't get to it at all. So these are all of the books that I'm planning on reading during Booktube-a-thon, but let me know down below if you are participating in Booktube-a-thon, and if you have read any of these, what did you think about them? Am I gonna have a hard time getting through them this week? Booktube-a-thon actually starts next Monday, so I'm getting this out a week early, but lots of people have been posting theirs. You can probably find them all through the Booktube-a-thon page. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I will see you on Friday. Bye!